Hi, I'm Coral. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with a video where I review a book featured in Paperbacks from Hell. I've not been doing very good with this since I don't know, maybe someone's already done it. No idea is original anymore, I feel like, but since I came up with this idea, I think I've only done one of those. I think the only one I've done was when I reviewed The Gilgul by Henry Hocherman. Howl, thank you. Your feet are very clean. So like, I've done that. Howl, please. Your feet. So I'm back again because this book in particular, I feel a sort of way about, and I'd like to talk to you about it. So this is The Cipher by Kathe Koja. This was published originally in 1991. I believe this was one of Dell's Abyss books, their Abyss line, where it was like darker fiction. I believe Poppy Z. Bright also published under that line a lot. I think those are the only, I know I have two of Kathe Koja's other books that were published under that line, and then I've seen Poppy Z. Bright, and I feel like that's all I've seen. Not like, you know, those are the only ones, but I'm getting really off topic here. So the Dell Abyss copy of The Cipher is so hard to find. It's very expensive when you can find it, and sometimes I don't exactly want to spend $70 on a copy that I have not seen in person, you know, so like buying books online, sometimes kind of dubious. Things can go wrong. So I was very excited when Meerkat Press published, or reprinted, I guess, The Cipher in 2020. I think I need to trim Howl's foot first because he keeps licking them. He has little Grinch feet. They're very furry and adorable. So this is a darker fiction, a really visceral body horror book. If you like body horror and gruesome imagery, this could be up your alley. So there are really two people that we follow closely in this book. The main character's name is Nicholas, and he lives in this really run-down apartment building, and he is friends with a young woman named Nakota, who is really kind of a strange creature. She is not very pleasant to be around. She is manipulative and very self-centered, self-focused. Everything she does, it seems like, is, you know, anything she does, any sort of interaction she has with anybody else, it all seems to be self-serving. You know, what can Nakota get out of it? So Nicholas has like this really kind of unrequited love for Nakota for some reason, even though she's kind of a vile creature. So in the very beginning, Nicholas and Nakota, you know, they're just talking about this thing that they found, and they call it the fun hole, and you're like, well, what's the fun hole? And the fun hole is just this black hole almost that they found in the storage room of the apartment complex, and it's really spooky, and they both have some sort of strange attraction to it almost. It's like magnetic, but Nakota especially is really interested in it, and Nicholas is kind of equally scared and interested in it. Nakota really has this obsession though, and eventually Nakota catches some bugs and puts them in a jar and puts it just near the fun hole, and they kind of like come apart and like turn inside out, and like all these strange things happen to their little bodies, and then the obsession that Nakota has with it really intensifies and things start going really downhill. Eventually Nakota becomes obsessed with the idea of like putting like her own body parts down it, and Nicholas is really, he does not want that to happen. One day things kind of go awry and Nicholas ends up sticking his hand down there by accident, and then things really start to go downhill from there. It is dark. There is so much grisly imagery in this. It is dark, it's gruesome, it's gross, and I don't know if I liked it. So this is one of those books where none of the characters are really like good people. They're not really nice people. They're all kind of selfish and narcissistic. I didn't really like anyone in this story, and I don't have to in order to enjoy a book, but I would say if you're somebody who really needs to like connect with the characters and is somebody who really likes a good guy, maybe this is not for you, because there are absolutely zero good guys in this story. Kathe Koja's writing, and this is the first time I've read Kathe Koja, so I can't attest to all of her writing, but her writing in this book seems very dreamy. It's very dreamlike. Sometimes it was hard to keep up with what was going on. I don't know if that was just my little peanut brain, or, you know, if it's the book. I always tend to blame my peanut brain, but sometimes it was hard for me to follow what was going on. I guess my biggest issue while reading this was that it just seemed to tick by so slowly. I mean, this took me hours to read. It's not a very long book. It's 216 pages. And it probably took me 10 days to read it, because every time I would pick it up, it was like I'd spend 2 hours reading and I'd get 50 pages into it, which is not typical for me, I suppose. So it was, I don't know if it's just that my brain had to process it more slowly. I definitely had to read it more slowly because of the writing, and I didn't dislike that. I really liked her writing. It was, I think she's probably one of those writers where if you blindly pick up a piece of writing and read it, if you're familiar with her, you would probably be able to peg it for her. Kind of like, I think Stephen King has a really unique way of writing, or maybe it's just that I've read enough of his stuff that I can kind of pick that up, but she definitely has a really unique voice. And I liked that. But as I also said, the pacing was so terribly slow. I feel like this could have gotten, this could have gotten where it was going maybe more quickly, but also, you know, there is a lot of buildup and kind of a lot of dread, because you know that this is all going to end badly, but you just don't know when, I guess. So I don't know. I mean, I didn't give this a rating when I was done with it because I feel so conflicted, and because I don't think that this is a bad book or a book that other people shouldn't read or wouldn't like. I just feel very conflicted about it in my own head. I can't say I didn't enjoy reading it. I really loved the characters, actually. I loved just how horrible they all were in their own special ways. There are a lot of weirdos in this book. So yeah, if you are somebody who really loves body horror, if you love unlikable characters, if you love, I don't know, a book where it's like the plot is not etched out for you, you know, this is something that I definitely could not have had any predictions about, because it's just so off the wall, and there is no real solid plot line except for that Nicholas's hand goes in the hole and things start to go really bad. You know, there's not exactly, you know, it's not a story where it's like, well, I know that these people need to go here so that they can do this, and then, you know, it's just not like that. It's a little bit meandering, dreamlike. The pacing is slow, but it's an enjoyable read anyway, I suppose. So that's what I thought about the Cipher. I am looking forward to reading more of Kathe Koja's work. I have Skin and Strange Angels. Oh, there's my dog. So let me know if you've read either of those and what you thought. And of course, let me know if you liked Cipher, you know, what your thoughts on it were. It was really something unlike anything I've read before, which, you know, is great. It was refreshing, but I can't say I wasn't looking forward to finishing it, because, you know, just to kind of be done with it at some points. There, the hand is gross. I'll tell you that much. The hand is gross. Thanks for watching, you guys. I will see you later, hopefully soon, with another Paperbacks from Hell review. Maybe I'll go back and do some of the books that I've read recently and do a nice thing about it. Thanks for watching. See you later. Goodbye.